So, what do we got here? God is a dick, huh?
Yeah, we're testing the equipment again because it's
Very nice.
not an official.
No. This is the testing, right? The testing before the testing.
Yeah, test 17. And so the theme is that God is a dick. Also, what this is about is that I used to do fucking live shows, broadcasting before we'd called it podcasting. Actually, it was right when they called it podcasting. We was doing this, and then we quit because we got jobs.
I feel like I should be tucked in. Like back in the day.
Back in the day, you see.
So a little bit of history right now.
A little history is that pretty upset that I didn't keep it up because this could have been a career. And fucking now instead of that, I gotta like really work like a real work guy with sweat and shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Back
hard
muscles.
Working, right? You know. Up at dawn, drinking your juice and taking your vitamins.
Everyone that I know gets up at ungodly hours, and it's not just because the work starts at 8 in the morning. It's because they're coming from 3 hours away. It's
but they hold it against you, you know. They're like, hey man, I just drove 3 hours. Yeah, well,
I should get the overtime. I was here forever. You know. I'm willing.
Well, the company didn't go knocking on their door, you know.
Right. No, we did.
Oh, we did? Yeah. Oh, well.
Like, we don't have enough strong men. Do you want to come down from fucking Roughneck City and come play with us in Silicon Valley?
You guys don't have enough strong men, so what are you guys hiring, like bodybuilders, or what are you guys doing?
Rock climbers. We need rock climbers to rig the fucking PA systems into the rafters.
That's funny.
And they're always, you know, just kind of gung-ho. Hyper-masculine.
Right on.
And what else? So everyone has to work really fucking hard, and no one ever gets to sleep. And there's not very many days off for people. And that's another reason why God is a dick.
Yep.
All my life, I've just been discovering many reasons why. Unexplainable reasons, other than the only thing that makes sense is, hey, God is a dick. That makes sense. Now I can move on. Because if God's a dick, then, well, that explains everything.
Yeah.
You know, such as, like, you know.
Yeah, that takes care of a lot of things. You know?
Right. Now I could just kind of trudge through.
And focus on other stuff, right?
Well, as right, I'd like to focus on other things, and I don't ever. You know what I do? Focus on. I focus on self-medication and escapism, and that is very unproductive.
Well, you know, some people may call that self-improvement. You know.
Oh, definitely. I love myself now, but
you're so woke.
Yeah, I'm so woke now. But for who? For no one. For just me. And it's almost it's kind of hard to mesh with a second person because I've been in solitude for so long.
Of course. Oh yeah, no, it's totally weird. Yeah, title is very nice. It seems like some people, you know, some people tell me, "Oh, Spotify's the best and everything." It's by far the most popular, but there seems to be like glitches and stuff that I've heard about. But I mean, I don't know. It seems like your experience has been okay, I guess.
Spotify will have you by the balls because after like a year or so of your history, and it learns what you like, and that kind of helps a little bit when you create radio stations for a song. So you've built such a relationship with Spotify that you're now addicted and dependent on it. It has all of your fucking.
Good, actually, it's that good.
Unless you want to detach, unless you don't mind just having no more. I don't even know how it works. Yeah. If I were to get rid of Spotify, do I save all of my years old set lists, playlists? They're probably not important, but I'm gonna lose some shit if I lose that.
Right. Okay.
So I think I'm scared of
sidetracking and stuff.
I'm fear of missing out if I get rid of Spotify.
Well, don't.
But something like.
So you were talking about the top of the hour and you know, kind of like an intro, like a live intro.
I'm envisioning a jaunty intro sound, something like.
Go ahead.
Hey, motherfuckers! Welcome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
God is a Dick, the podcast.
Amen.
Brought to you by semen and women.
Like semen and women.
Semen and women. Yeah. Today's reason, or something, you would just kind of like rhythmically do a fucking yuck,
Without saying it. Nice.
Guys, what would we do? Guys, the podcast brought to you by Spotify. Spotify providing all the fucking music today for $11 a month.
Yeah, provided by Spotify. It's got you by the balls.
Spotify's got you by the balls. Use it for a year and you'll see. Your dependency will grow. Spotify, you'll not be able to ever quit your subscription.
So that's
You're
pretty
just
good.
gonna want more. But what else is there besides Spotify? There's Pandora's. How is Pandora's?
Pandora. That's it's pretty old, I guess. I haven't used that in so long. I still get the emails. Don't delete.
Yeah. No, I haven't opened that shit in a while. People tell me that, I use Pandora. And I'm like, okay. But, when I remember using Pandora, you could search for the song you wanted, and it would give you something similar or in the vein of.
Right.
And then you'll hear your song third or fifth.
Exactly. Yeah. It wasn't you picking what you really wanted. They're like, oh, so you might like this. It's like,
right.
No, so I guess it's good when Spotify reads your thoughts.
Yeah, well, that's a scary thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's not a wild imagination. I think it's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's already happening.
Oh yeah, no. Like one time I was whistling and stuff, and "Winds of Change" came on by Scorpions.
Sure.
It was just like a random thing,
And this was happening before these devices.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when you were just kind of like having a thought, and then the radio wave maybe seeped out or seeped in, and the next thing you know, like you synced up with the DJ at the radio station who then played Winds of Change.
Right. So we want to spend like a good chunk on the intro, right?
No, it's
we don't?
fast. It
Oh, it's
goes fast.
Okay. So just kind of like it happened right now, just kind of like that.
Right.
So
And maybe we've picked the same song or a certain kind of song.
Yeah.
Like the next one in line is this is pretty jaunty. You're listening to Guys Who Dick the Podcast, brought to you by Mantequilla. Everything is better with butter. And right, you can do so many things with butter. It's not just for cooking. Have you ever tried to fuck a chick in the ass and used that nasty tasting KY?
I've used ghee.
What is it?
That ghee stuff, that Indian butter shortening stuff, ghee.
Ghee.
Yeah.
What the shit?
Well, it makes the chicken taste better, so when you eat it,
Interesting. Now, what kind of fat is that?
I don't know.
Is it like a lard?
It's, yeah.
It's butter? But it's Indian butter.
The thing is that I like eating the chicken after I fuck it.
Oh. Chickens die after they have sex, right?
Yeah.
Especially the ones I fucked. I don't know how the joke actually goes. Some guy goes, yeah, pigeons die after they have sex. And he's like, no, they don't. And it's like, well, the one I fucked. Yeah, that's how that goes. We're not professional comedians.
No.
And so, yeah. Look at that. There's a dog. Change the subject. The dog is in the room, ladies and gentlemen.
Right on. So we do like a Mad Lib. This is good. I like it.
Oh, what the fuck was next? I think the Entertainment Tonight theme song would fit in pretty nice with this. So we can go into like, fucking celebrity news, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what to do. I want to copy the NPR podcast.
Who was what was the name of the Entertainment Tonight dude that got he left some voicemails or something on some chick's answering machine or whatever? And,
I think that was the dude from Extra.
Was it Extra?
I believe so.
It was that dude with the glasses and the mustache and He was like, "Oh, I want to jerk off a little bit."
I'm glad you brought this up because
and then what was it, or did he also go off on like the crew? He was like, "I'll fucking do it myself."
okay, so you're talking about two different instances. One
Okay.
is Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly, right? That's a psychotic punk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill O'Reilly, Do It Live.
And what was the name of the horny guy?
I forget his name, but he was on like Extra, one of them entertainment shows,
Right.
and he was talking about cocaine.
Nice.
Now, Extra reporter.
Oh yeah, like doing lines on the chick's asshole or something.
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
I don't even know fucker's name, so I gotta go Extra reporter, and I bet you I'll find it real fast.
Yeah, this is very technical.
I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Oh, that motherfucker.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
I'm very
That's
uptight.
tomorrow, and that is it.
Tomorrow, and time's up.
That's it for the news.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a.
Dick in your
I
ass.
can't do it. We'll do it live.
Jam it in raw.
We'll do it live.
Jesus.
Do it live.
No.
I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Go shoot up my skull.
Oh man.
Thing sucks.
Wow.
And they say we're having a border problem. So I don't.
I know. It's these fucking newscasters and stuff, you know. These anchors.
Anger is more like.
Wow, so much. I mean, wow.
He should be grateful.
And that motherfucker's still on, right?
No, I think he got debauched.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ridiculed?
there was intrigue
He was shunned?
surrounding his entire operation, and so what had happened was, I do believe what had happened was he had maybe harassed a chick or
Okay, so
continually harassed a chick.
was
He
that
was
part
just
of Me
himself.
Too?
He was just having fun with it.
Sure. I mean, he's a great guy, you know. But so this is out of Me Too, or this
I believe
happened
so.
when this shit happened? Because this is old, right? I mean, this shit happened a while ago.
Yeah, it's probably years old, and I think he is now like in exile in the podcastery zone. I think.
I see.
Because I think I heard him on Howard Stern talking like he had a show, but it sounded more like he was on AM radio and on a computer and not doing so well, technically, you know. How about if I look up entertainment reporter, because I'm entertainment. Chris, what's his name? His name is Chris.
Pat O'Brien.
Entertainment.
It's Pat O'Brien.
Fuck yeah, bro. O'Brien. Pat O'Brien. Oh, god damn. Interesting.
Hello? Saved message Sunday, 7:48 p.m.
I'm so fucking into you that I want to fucking lick your pussy and make you come so much.
Saved message Sunday, 7:51 p.m.
I want you badly. I know you want me.
Saved message Sunday, 8:34 p.m.
I want to fucking eat you and fuck you and suck your tits, lick your ass. I'm so fucking into you. It's incredible.
Saved message Sunday,
Send that to Janet
9:04
Brino.
p.m.
I want to fucking
Those are all separate messages.
suck your pussy, suck my cock, feed off your face.
And then he hangs up, and he's like, "What else? What else, guys?"
Get some coke.
Get crazy.
So you get this message. If you agree with this,
Let's gleam the cube. Come on, let's get crazy. Let's get extreme. We'll go downhilling
crazy.
on a razor scooter.
Make you fucking crazy.
Crazy, dude.
You have no more messages.
Oh, how delightful.
Wow.
What a refreshing.
What a lovely evening.
Refreshing
coming home
sprite.
To those messages. Pat O'Brien.
What was that?
So and that really that was all it took
Yeah, that's all. That's all you got to do to.
like ruin your life. Just leave a drunken message on some.
Yes, just to ruin your life in infamy. That's all it takes.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But really, though, we can't find a clean version, man, on fucking YouTube. They're quite buried. It's a deep fake, just like one of these. Watch, here's another deep fake.
Gonna cry, gonna piss your pants, maybe shit and come. Just like those bankers on Wall Street, the top 1% is stealing all the piss and shit and come from middle-class working people.
And once again, it's
Gonna cry, gonna piss your pants, maybe shit and come. Just like those bankers on Wall Street, the top 1% is stealing all the piss and shit and come from middle-class working people.
Dude, the day they take that away from us, that is truly the end of joy.
I think that should be like the platform of this show. Are you gonna cry? You gonna piss your pants? Maybe.
Yeah, you gonna
Maybe shit.
Are you gonna come?
And come.
Whoa.
Like we'll have a statue, and at the bottom would be, gonna cry, gonna piss your pants, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe shit and come. Who you gonna call? You know, like that's how
Crazy.
That's-
Bernie. Good old Bernie.
keeping it real.
Oh, yeah.
He's down with the locals.
He's down with the natives.
Down with the natives. This
He's
is
Jewish, ain't he?
yeah, I would say
The guy's, I don't know. I
he's on TV, isn't he?
Was he on SNL?
Very old style comedy there.
Read the news on SNL.
Remember? Oh my God!
Nuts and get a new agent.
Cut it out.
Bring Betsy.
Yeah, there's good stuff.
Let's look at vintage commercials from the '80s or something. Like especially that one, Juicy Fruit. Remember that one? This one, and then it was cool because Family Guy was in on this one. They're like, "Remember this?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I remember that shit."
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Get your skis shined up, a stick of juicy fruit.
Come.
The taste is gonna
move ya.
Take a sniff,
Take a
pull it out.
Pull it out!
The taste is gonna move you when you pop
yeah.
it in your mouth.
It's very suggestive.
It's gonna move ya.
Get juicy fruits.
Pull it out! Put it in your mouth, bro!
Juicy fruit. The taste
That guy
is gonna move ya.
On one. Look at that shit.
That
He's
is,
fucking
yeah. That was cool.
busting the moves. Hey, bitches, check me out, though.
They found us, kid. We're going back to base. Just as soon as I
right here,
grab
we'll
some
just look at this
powder
one,
with
too.
these skiing young people.
Get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit.
bad.
The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff.
And then they
pull it
kept that
out.
4:3 aspect ratio.
The
They're
taste
like,
is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna
Classic.
move ya. It juices soft.
Never
It gets
done
right to ya. Juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya.
Yeah, these writers are good.
well, they're just our age. I think that's what
Yeah.
that is. And so when you get to when they're your own age, it's a little better. They make better references. I remember I stopped watching Saturday Night Live around 2005 or 2008 once Blake Lively was a host. That's when it was just like the last time. I was like,
Yeah, okay.
what the fuck's a Blake Lively? And
No,
then
no,
I looked-
I know her.
I was able to Google it, and I was like, I
just
still
thinking
don't
of,
care.
Who was on the cast? Was it like Kristen Wiig and Bill Hader and
Probably.
or was it like who was it? Or was it the Jimmy Fallon and fucking
And
Horatio Sands?
right, and then the last good one I think probably was the Seth guy, and he wasn't really like great. He was just kind of like the last of what was left over.
Of the news guys?
Right. Always they use the best guy as the news guy, and he
Yeah.
becomes like the mother, you know, like
Yeah.
Tina Fey was, you know.
Yeah.
And then so like that's how you know who's the top guy in the
Yeah.
crew is the news guy.
Really?
Yeah.
No
so,
shit.
So the white news guy. That's how you know who's the top one.
That's him. Really?
And then it's the other guy, Michael Che.
wow.
At the moment, it's the news guys. They're like the top. they're trusted with.
You know what, dude? I somehow I missed that cue. You know, that socio-cultural cue.
It seemed to me like they would only trust certain guys that were tight, you know, with that shit.
But I mean, was Seth really like the best, like
no,
the funniest guy?
fuck no, he was left over, man. He was just like the oldest veteran who wasn't Keenan. Was Keenan gonna do the news?
Yeah. Well, we did. What was
he needed to be hella characters, like
French
fucking.
dude.
What else can we react to?
Or talk
on
about
internets? YouTube, it's got it all.
So
brought to you by YouTube.
You don't want to do news, do we? Like real news.
We want to react to news.
We do.
Yeah. Okay. And the best fucking place to do that is Drudge Report. The alarmist news, alarmist right-wing news.
Let's check it out.
Warren crowd swells in Minnesota. 12,000 people, largest of tour.
Wow.
Warren. What do we know about this Warren lady? She's the super liberal, so Drudge Report's like, oh my God, Warren's coming up.
Warren, that's the lady, right?
The Indian.
Yeah, the Indian.
The Native American lady.
She's an Indian.
Yes, indeed. She represents
She's
us all.
from Vermont, too, or that's just Bernie Sanders?
I think that's Sanders.
Well, she's from up there somewhere, right?
Right, this is, what would you call it? This is, revealing.
Oh, okay, so what do they say about her?
This is revealing. America is being exposed to our knowledge. We are normal people. And so what we know is what everyone else typically knows. And that's usually what we hear and see.
Right.
And so our perceptions are, you know, we're I'm not extremely knowledgeable in who these people are.
Okay.
I know what they tell me. Warren is the liberal lady who supposedly pretends to be Native American. And it's not that she's pretending, it's just that we all know fuckload of people claiming to be Native American.
Yeah.
Of every kind of people. We can't just say whites do it. No, blacks do it. Mexicans, I like to claim a little bit of Native American because of that whole mestizo thing, right?
Sure.
And, like, fuck the Spanish, you know what I mean? Like,
so her agenda is based on that? Like she's a Native American? And she's not going to get any votes.
That's just one aspect that they're focusing on, so that way we can
So this is
smear her.
The right-wing drudge guys saying that, hey, she's an Indian.
Yeah.
Do you really want an Indian running things?
No, she claims to be an Indian. That's their take.
Oh, okay. She's not really an Indian? Do you really want a fake Indian? So are they going to give us a real Indian?
No, never. Maybe. But that would be a globalist thing, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
So the basics...
Very inclusive.
If you're looking at just the headline, Drudge Report is worried that Elizabeth Warren is getting support.
Uh-oh.
And that's not a good thing.
Stop it.
Right. That's not a good thing for the Fox News or people. And police. Nails and screws thrown in roads near Big Lake. So watch out, skiers.
Look for any construction sites.
Constructions?
Yeah, because, you know, trucks go by, they might drop.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, my God. That happened to me recently.
Yeah.
Same old thing. Iowa corn poll. What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Biden, Pete. And so this guy Pete here, I think that's Pete Booty Judge.
It's one of those corn poll.
It's a corn poll.
So Biden and Pete.
Biden versus
what the
Pete.
fuck?
Or is it Biden and Pete?
So they're running against each other because they're on the same team?
Final cast your Colonel presidential poll results showed something unusual. What is
They're actually counting the votes.
If you actually count the votes, you'll see something unusual.
Yeah. They're all idiots.
It's a 50-50 race for the Republicans and the Democrats. It's unusual. Can you believe it, folks?
Damn. I mean, what are the implications of all this shit?
This is numbers with bullet points on a screen. Now you have to believe.
So this is like a hit list or something?
No, okay. The voting is finished. Really? What voting is finished? Who fucking started anything?
Yeah.
That's finished. Iowa. The voting is finished, and the corn kernels are packed away for the year. The 2019 Cast Your Kernel presidential poll results showed something that has never happened before in the 15 years of the poll at the Iowa State Fair. Colon. Almost exactly as many fairgoers voted for a Democrat candidate for president as a Republican. Let me say that again. Almost exactly as many fairgoers voted for a Democratic candidate for president as a Republican.
Yeah, because they're at a fair. No one wants to get shot anymore. You know, they're like, dude, we're sick of this shit.
MAGA!
We're at a fair. This guy's just, all these Republicans, you know. And
I
their
came here to
guns.
vote. That's all I came here for.
We need to circle back to
For the funnel cake, and then to vote.
a time where, you know, fairs were safe.
At least one churro. And to vote. I'm gonna throw a fucking sandbag at a milk bottle.
Yeah, I want to be able to throw up on the, you know, the, whatchamacallit?
Freedom.
Anyway. What was that ride? Yeah.
The Gravitron.
The Gravitron.
No, the zipper. Oh, bitch.
I want to be able to do that and not get fucking
Never.
a bullet through my balls.
No one should ever ride the zipper again because I heard that the zipper threw a car.
And you know, I'm not able to do that right now because I am so fearful of people out there with guns.
Oh, yeah, there's that. That's another reason why God is a dick.
I am afraid.
Yep.
I am
no,
afraid.
I get it. I don't leave the house. I don't see why I should. I don't try to.
Yeah, I'm also afraid of the sun and dust in general.
If you ask me, it was a little hotter ever since Russia had their problem with the Chernobyl 2.
Yeah.
The heat wasn't just like heat. It felt more like a radiation.
Huh.
You know? It was like, damn, man, we're just cooking out here. Just the wind is hot. Just fucking... That doesn't come around all the time, you know?
Yeah, man, it's like a weird after effect.
It's like Sacramento weather.
It's always shitty.
And, yeah, when it's sunny, it's going to be shitty pretty soon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And when it's cold, it's cold. It's like bitter cold, and it all settles in, and it's foggy, and, you know. But it's the capital of California for some reason.
It was first.
It was just
How was it first? How in the fuck is it first? How is Sacramento? I think San Jose was the first capital. But then they moved it out because it was like too close to the border. Oh, we're getting too many Mexicans in here. We can just kind of shoosh it up a little bit. They're next to the river. They're north. And call it good.
I'll bet you Sacramento or that area was part of America before the southern part.
Oh, that makes sense. Well,
I mean, what I'm saying is that maybe we got settled first. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm no history buff, but I do encounter some sweet history memes on the internet.
Oh yeah.
So these fucking Republicans, they seem to be on the witch hunt for these liberal witches.
Right. Yeah, man. That as they are wont to do. That's kind of like their thing.
That is their thing. Huh?
As long as I've known, that's kind of like their thing. And it doesn't seem to be for the good of the country. I don't see anyone looking about, trying to change anything for the good of the country. It's all about my team.
It's awesome. It's like, it's almost as if like the WWF or WWE, whatever the fuck. Remember when we used to watch when we were kids?
Right.
When they used to wrestle and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost as if the WWE and the WCW have their own channel and their own media. And
24 hours coverage.
Yeah, and it's just a soap opera of fucking a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. Like
honestly.
Okay, do you remember watching that fucking trailer, that movie yesterday?
Yeah, the with Jessica Chastain.
Okay, do we have? Yeah, let's watch that shit again because we're talking about it.
Well, I mean,
what do you call it? Jessica Chastain with that fucking movie called the Jessica Chastain. Chastain.
Unopposed or fingered or
what the fuck movie?
Undisputed or
Molly's the
no,
Game?
not Molly's Game. It's just one word.
Oops. Jessica Chastain trailer.
Payback or no.
There it is.
The
Sweet Peepers
one on the top.
Oh, Miss
Sloan. 2 words.
Loving is about foresight.
What?
Loving is about foresight.
Really?
Not foreskin.
About anticipating your opponent's moves
That's loving?
He's your enemy now.
and devising countermeasures.
Don't think she's talking about loving.
You're a piece of work, Elizabeth.
I was hired to win. I use whatever resource I have.
You want to lead the fight on gun control.
There's over 5 million of us, and we're armed.
Start an inquisition.
Okay.
So far,
in jail for contempt of Congress.
this movie does not. It's not about humans. This movie is not about real people.
We have to make it
Or
personal.
anything
You know, the
relatable.
word annihilate. It means
It's sort of like interesting, you know, but
Remember, okay, back in the day, movies used to be about normal people. This movie is not about normal people. This movie is about a certain class of people who are now getting movies made about them. Like these high-class billionaires like want movies detailing their drama, which apparently looked a lot like nothing happened. This trailer looked like nothing fucking happened. A lot of upscale intrigue, white-collar intrigue. Ooh, cameras. Ooh, politics.
What I gather from this fucking, I don't know, I've never seen that movie, but it looks like she is helping the NRA persuade people, or like some kind of, you know, legislation. That's what it seems like to me. So basically, she's doing something that is now done, you know, through social media, I guess. You know, which is the manipulation of people's perceptions of you know, certain things. Like, you know, the NRA.
Professional conniving.
Yeah, no, they have PR like firms and shit. I mean, I'm not sure if she's like PR or like a campaign manager, or I don't know what the fuck the movie.
I'm an event coordinator. I used to do weddings until I was scorned.
She's a caterer.
And now I do fucking scandals.
It's like, this is a little too heavy a tone for a catering movie.
PR stunts for rich billionaires who are trying to hide things. I'm your girl. Oh, fuck, it's a total fantasy movie for billionaires with secrets and fucking they want to push shit on things, but they're like, I wish some hot chick were to fucking help me do this.
Yeah.
Here I am, Miss Sloan.
I mean, she found fucking Bin Laden, so...
Right. Yeah, but we all need... And then who? How did she help really find Mr. Bin Laden's... Or the... Miss Bin Laden? Why am I saying Miss Sloan? Miss Sloan? Fucking, how did she find Bin Laden after all?
How did she find him?
She slobbed down Gandolfini. She killed him with a blue jab.
Exactly.
That's how that movie went. If you didn't... I mean, they didn't even go there, kind of. They just kind of nodded to it.
Is that where he died? That's the movie? No.
He died roughly around that time.
No shit. Because he was like, yeah, he wasn't there.
I don't think she actually had to blow him. She probably actually had to blow, like, Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the chicks that were famous around that time were like,
no,
oh,
dude,
we'll do the deal with the devil.
I think she sucked a dick before, dude. Like, she was big before.
Right, but all the chicks that weren't famous at the time, they weren't sucking the dicks.
Oh, yeah, dude, like...
They're like, fuck you, I'm going to go and be at a book signing and talk shit.
That's why all this... You know what? All these chicks have also humbled down a little bit. Like, Jennifer Lawrence. You know she sucked a dick, dude.
I don't know for a fact, but
you
come
know
on.
When she got Winter's Bone and everything, you know, that was a movie. It was like, hey, this is up for... It's one of those... They know the Oscar contenders, you know. They already know a movie that's...
They used her a lot in things.
They make it happen, you know.
They used her in a lot of things. So all of a sudden, now we need you with Bradley Cooper. We're just pushing. This is the machine. We crank you through it. You asked for this. You signed the deal.
Yeah,
and you won't stop sucking the dick. So hey, come on.
Exactly. So yeah,
we'll give you X-Men. We'll give you Hunger Games. We'll give you.
She got all kinds of stuff, and now she's like, she dialed it back a little bit. You know?
Well, you don't have to do it for very long. Like The Rock in WWE or WWF back in the day.
Yeah.
You're The Rock, and then once it's kind of like at the peak, you got to go do other shit because you're just going to be in wrestling forever.
No, the dude played it right.
You have to like do the upwards climbing thing.
Steve Austin could have done the same shit, but I mean, he's still cool. You know, he's like a Steve Austin is pretty fucking cool, but he could have been bigger. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, he naturally didn't want to turn into Ryan Seacrest. I don't know.
He didn't want to put fucking. He didn't want to put tit implants and shit, like all kinds of shit. You know, there's crazy stories about The Rock and the whole fucking thing. You know.
Oh yeah, right.
And
the
his
things you
feuds with those guys from the Fast and the Faggots.
Right.
You know. And,
well, it's either The Rock, and he's gonna treat his body like a woman might, you know, like get tit implants and liposuction.
I mean, he's a Samoan fucking guy. He's huge as shit. That was a shock to me. Like, honestly, like I thought the dude was cool because you know, The Rock was awesome. The Rock, you know, if you could smell what The Rock was cooking, you knew what's up. And then, you know, he became this fucking guy, which is cool. I mean, all I'm saying is, don't get tit implants, guys. You know, don't.
I would imagine it's crazy to do the self-mutilation things, and it's not uncommon for them to do it.
It's a commitment. It's just a crazy commitment.
They go crazy with it. Look at, what's his name? Caitlin's. It's a thing. You know, it's a thing now.
I don't know.
It's a thing.
It's a thing to have tits.
Well, if you want them. If you want them.
But I mean, not if you're like. I mean, The Rock is not a transvestite. He's not LGBT.
No, but he's grooming his eyebrows as hard as he can. You know,
you know, I heard things.
He's under the microscope these days. So.
Really? He's a Metro.
The problem, just the issue is that you're going to be projecting yourself on a screen that's this big. You know, like. Yeah. So you got to like have everything accounted for, I suppose. Well, you don't want to look too well groomed, so that probably is a whole effort in itself, is to not look overdid.
Well, nowadays he's kind of protesting along with some of the native guys over there in Hawaii, because they want to build that observatory on Mount Takea or something like that.
Oh, so he's a conspiracy guy.
He just doesn't want that shit built over there because it's sacred. It's what is it? It's an Indian burial ground or some shit.
So what you're telling me is NASA is paying The Rock to fucking discourage the building of this thing?
No, he's actually...
Because NASA doesn't want us to find out what's out there.
No, he's fucking Avatar. He's standing with the natives and shit. Like, he's over there protesting with them.
And if we built a new modern telescope, we'll find something like we shouldn't see. We got to use the old shit still. We got to keep the old shit going and make excuses not to have new ones.
Can we just upgrade those fucking things? It seems like they're already built. Like they've shown plans for... like schematics for the new fucking telescope. It's like you can use half the shit they have already.
Oh, I see. Retrofit.
But no, we need it here because
trust me,
it doesn't rain 2 days out of the year, and those are the 2 days that we need.
Well, they probably want to digitize every little aspect of it, you know, instead of like, okay, take your Phillips head and fucking adjust this guy. No, just put a motor on there and a remote control. Is my guess.
Well, hey man, interesting stuff, but I got a jet.
Very nice. Well, it was a pleasure having you here as
Thank you, sir.
One of the guests on our show.
Very good. For God is a Dick, the podcast. Check it out. God is a Dick.
Typically,